Hello everyone, Kairofu here. I know it's been a while. I just wanted to give a quick overview of the King's Army and sort of give a quick walkthrough slash beginner's guide to a lot of how things work, a lot of the mechanics of the game, and how to go about basically deciding your team composition and going about each instance here in the King's Army. So first off, I'll just start over here and just say, if you choose to purchase in the game, it does give you a head start, but if you choose to be free to play, you will notice yourself falling behind at the beginning, but the payment is definitely more for a quick head start. And while it provides some benefits late game, you'll find that another few months down the line that you'll be catching up to some of those that have paid money. Of course, the more you pay, the harder it will be to catch up. So first of all, these season medals, if you choose to be a paid player, they are pretty nice to put into. Like I said, in terms of payments, if you are going to pay and you're unsure, always start with these. They're nice, they provide you things over time, so literally you're going to put out for the entirety of the time you play. So I'm guessing for about a month I've had this one, and I am on level 36 out of 50. So even for over a month, you'll have good rewards coming through for that period of time. And these are definitely nice. Of course, you get 5-star hero shards, of course, hero crystals, which are essential, especially if you're stuck like me trying to level up your heroes. Having these come in every once in a while is great. And these season 1 rewards, I'm not sure how they exactly calculate those, but as I just do regular tasks, daily tasks and things like that, like I gain the experience I need to unlock those, so it's not too difficult. Same thing with this crystal one. It's a lot more of those hero crystals. I think that's pretty much exactly what this mostly is, which it's definitely so nice to have coming in. Your monthly pass are always great for $4.99 and $14.99. To have those gems coming in at a regular basis is a lifesaver. So if you want to put a little bit of money in, even for the $4.99, if that's like your only purchase, you're just trying to get some of the payment rewards that you get at the beginning of the game, highly recommend this is the route you take. The $15 one I also have. In total, $20. Like it's a good deal for both of those. This growth reward is nice. Like I said, if you're paying for the game in general, I'd say put in here because you are going to progress fast and this is going to be good for you. If you have patience and you're not paying as much and you're not going for as many of those rewards, but you still want these 5,400 gems. Of course, these are the beginning ones for Chapter 2, 27. I mean, once you're to pass a certain level, it gets nice to collect those amounts. And especially since I've been playing for a month, I'm already in Chapter 16. It's good to collect. In terms of daily packs, I always collect your free pack. So always make sure you come in here to the daily and collect your free pack for the day. I also like to collect the $1 one every once in a while, especially when there's an event going on, because you also get these free event shards as well as these 10 hero shards. These weekly packs, I usually avoid looking through weekly packs. I'm sure there's good deals, but unless you're packing tons of money, I wouldn't worry about those. Same thing with the monthly packs. And as for purchasing, I never purchase. As you can see, I'm up in the VIP. I've paid, but I only mostly do these monthly deals, and that's where most of my VIPs come from. And that's gotten me as far as I've gotten at this point in time. So let's actually talk about instances now that we're past paying and all that fun stuff. So basically, in your tavern, you'll want to save up as many of these as you can, because you'll notice at some points you'll have a half off summon, especially if you bought those monthly packages. You'll have more of those, so you want to save up for those so you don't have to use as much of your gems, because gems have a variety of uses as well. So if you have the ability to, save those up as much and try to use these cards, these summon cards, as much as you can. Faction summon cards, they're hard to come by. I haven't done many faction summons. When choosing what faction summon you want, it is good to wait. Like, I know it's sometimes you want to rush and you want to go for whatever you need, but most of my team is meek. So I mostly choose, because you're not likely, don't just choose it for one hero, because you're not likely to get that one hero just from statistics. Choose one that you need material for to level up. So I do a lot of meek, so I need a lot of material from meek, a lot of fodder in order to get those to level up. So I normally always roll meek, and every once in a while I may roll an agile, since I also use baboon and antelope mage. Friendship summon. I often forget that this is even here. I don't often see, they don't notify me when I actually have enough to summon 10 of these. So, I mean, I've actually gotten a decent pull out of here. I'll see what I get out of this. I don't often get a 5-star from this, but I mean, it's free fodder, basically, just for having friends, so make sure you always collect those hearts. And of course, those hearts can always be collected by just going to your friends and claiming from there. Going back, the Supreme Summon I just unlocked. I've seen this in a game before, and this is a good way for obtaining heroes like the Elephant. I wouldn't worry too much about going for these other heroes, because you can pretty much get those from doing a faction summon, stuff like that. You can sort of try and pick for them, while the Elephant is difficult to get, so this is honestly your best deal for getting the Elephant. For 5,000 gems, I'd say that's a better deal if you're a paid player like I am and you have those monthly packs coming in and those gems aren't as much of an issue. But if not, I wouldn't recommend doing this. I'd save them. The possibilities are still low. I think it's about 2% possibility of getting a hero. Yeah, 2% to get that hero you're looking for, and then there's lower possibilities for other things. 9% for diamonds isn't bad. I guess it's a possibility of getting 10% back from what you put in. But in general, you can get some decent things, so it's not a bad thing to draw. I may go and do a video of a draw earlier to sort of show you maybe what the probabilities of getting what you're looking for. Let's go to the hero altar. So I'm going to say this is important. Never get rid of your main 5-star hero duplicates, even if you don't use them. I never use sturdy, and you can see I'm packing all the sturdy heroes from the very beginning. I have not used any to level up other sturdy heroes. My boar, the only reason he's 1 crown is I just threw everything into him other than the 5-star. So all my fodder, like the bear and the gorilla, have all gone into him. So I that's fine if you want to do it that way, like I did. But I never, your regular 5-star, your bull, for example, your boar, your rhino, your hippo, don't ever use those as fodder. Because for one main reason, as I'll show you right now real quick, is when you get to trial and you get far enough ahead, you will have these just sturdy trials, just stuff like that, where you will want to save those so that you can have just your sturdy heroes ready to challenge those kind of arenas. You'll find later in the game you'll really regret getting rid of those because they're hard to draw. You're not very likely to get those continuously through the game. So when you're in there, try not to get rid of those. I do say focus on at least 1 or 2 factions most of the time in the game. You don't want to try and even your spread too much, because while it's good for those trials and stuff like that, if you're talking about just moving along a campaign, you'll want to focus on a certain heroes. For me, I'm mostly meek. As you can see, I got a lot of sheep. I got my cat at 7, my sheep at 7, my walrus is up there. I don't rarely use deer, but it's still good to have as a backup in my lineup. I find the mage is still really good. And I kind of have fierce in there. And sometimes I'll mix in a fierce or 2, but I mostly use agile and meek. I'll show you my lineup in a bit. when I get to some of the farther instances farther down. So basically, for your tribes, well, just always join a tribe. It never hurts. There's nothing great that you can really do right now, but I mean, honestly, it's a community. If you like to talk and keep up, join an active tribe. It's really nice. I mean, there's nothing better than when I come in here and I come to my tribe and I see people talking and going about and getting everything done. I did make my own tribe. I am the chief of my own tribe. That was just done when I first joined the server. I was at server 4, so there weren't a lot of options available for tribes, so I decided to create one and get one moving myself. And it's definitely good. It's good for the sake of camaraderie. Plus, you can't beat the tribe shop. I mean, having the ability to get, especially when you're at my rank and you unlock the 7-star gear, it is incredible. I always recommend saving up for that 7-star gear. For certain. Like, I wouldn't even put in for the 6.5. I'd wait, save up as much as you can, and throw in for that 7-star. Because, oh my gosh. Having 7-star gear is incredible. So I definitely recommend saving those up, even though it takes a lot of patience, and if you're not paying, it'll take you a while. I recommend saving up a lot. But of course, Tribe Boss is great. When you choose to challenge, like I said, pick your biggest damage dealers. You want solo. A lot of assassins are really good. I find for a knight, you want something that does like poison damage, like the walrus, or you want the sheep that can attack back. Something like that is good to have in your base position. I don't think it'll allow me to challenge and show what I have, but I can go and show what I use. I do use Cat Ranger, which is my main one. Cat Ranger is strong. I use Sheep Knight. Keeps my team alive, constantly bleeds. It's always solid. Antelope Mage, I keep Antelope, Elephant Knight. And they're mostly just to keep my bonus. More bonus is better for everything else. And then, of course, your Baboon Knight is a solid throw-in because his ability and solo damage is just so nice. Plus his shields are good for your front line. Wallace Warrior is good. He does the regular poison. The only reason his damage isn't up as high because he's still at 160, rather than a lot of my other big damage dealers are at 180. So we'll see more of a spike from those as they get higher up. That's usually a good thing to keep in mind. For the bull, I can do a quick run through of my bull lineup. I normally don't worry about a warrior. The bull taxes so many at one time. It's just, in my opinion, not worth it. So I just try to go straight for damage. I keep my sheep, who will help keep my team alive and continue to bleed the whole time. I'm less worried about what damage he's doing actively and more passively what he's doing. And I can basically attack with that. Oh, it said I had no attempts left, though it's showing me I can. Oh well. I'll look back at that later. That's an interesting bug. Oh, that's probably because reset just happened. Reset's always great. Of course, you get to constantly do everything. I get excited at reset. I get to go back and try everything. So actually, it's probably a good time to show you all how I run through a few things. But let me go through this before I try and show off anything. So the arena, I think it's self-explanatory. Just challenge who you can. Make sure you always do a simulation before you battle. It's your best way. I sometimes do 2 if I'm unsure. Because sometimes random number generator, you can win and lose a battle with the same formation. But it's always good to make sure you challenge a few times. Use up all your free attempts. I mean, it's always good to try and get as high as you can. You will get rewards for getting higher scores, which is great to have those quest rewards. This Majestic Arena is new for me. Same thing. I'm just trying to get as high as you can. I've kind of maxed out where I can go, so I'll just probably do five free sweeps of this guy. and call that it for now and see if anyone tries to move up above me. And if they did, I probably couldn't do much about it. This kind of sets you exactly where you can and can't be. It's not like you can gain points and move above. It's just kind of who you beat to get up. This ladder, I'm not quite sure how the ladder works yet. I have not had the opportunity to actually challenge in the ladder. Of course, it seems to activate on weekends. But I have not challenged in the ladder yet. The Majestic Store is new too. I have not tried the Panda yet. I'm not sure. I haven't looked too much into him. I'm guessing he's going to be good, being another mighty hero like the elephant is. Probably a good idea to look into if you can save up the points to get a few of him. Otherwise, the rewards are kind of nice. I'm trying to see how much I'm actually going to be able to build up in terms of what's plausible for me to aim for. But at 5 slot, I suppose not going to be too difficult. A mystery shop. So 7-star gear, if you're first starting out and you're first seeing 7-star gear, I'd say shoot for it. You're not going to get it for campaign for a while. And this is also if you have a lot of leftover gems that you can use, I'd say go for it. If you are free to play, I'd avoid it. You will eventually get there, and you want to use those gems for summons. A lot more than you want to use those to try and buy that for 3K, basically. That's a lot for you to put in for one thing. Always watch your ads. I'm not going to, of course, play one right now, but always watch the ads and get your free ones. It's free stuff. You can't beat that. I'll run through some of the other shops real quick. Your Safari shop. Basically aim for the heroes you're looking to mainly get. Like I'm going to do mostly Meek and Agile. I've saved up a lot. And as you can see, I haven't even bought my other walrus yet. I might even end up putting in for these hero crystals over here. But I mean, you're welcome to anyone you're interested in if you're trying to aim for one. Like the Antelope Mage is an incredibly good hero. I'd highly recommend going until you can get that Antelope Mage. A Walrus Mage, also a good go. Crocodile Mage is good. I've seen people use Crocodile Warrior as well. Bull Warrior's good. So they're all solid heroes. I'd recommend whatever one really fits your formation, whatever one you're aiming to get more of, aim for those first. And then you're welcome to buy what you can with your extra. It will reset after 30 days. It doesn't look like there's a reset button for this, so you will have to wait that full 30. So at some point, I guess you might as well just buy out what you can. For your tribe shop, we went over that. Definitely try and save up till you can get those 7 stars. Arena shop. For me, I'm going to try and save up for these. But also just getting the 5-star hero shard if you're a little impatient and don't want to save up. That can be just as good. You can get 2 of those for the sake of one of these. This only allows you to shoot for a specific faction. It doesn't even give you a specific hero. So it depends on what you're aiming for and what situation. Even I'd say the hero crystal is a viable option. A lot of times I say if you're stuck at that point and you're just building up those tiers, those hero tiers or whatever they're called that get you up there, these droplets. If you have a ton of those and you're just waiting to have a hero get over that max level, I say shoot for it. Because honestly, they're essential for the game and getting your heroes up. For ladder shop, I'm aiming for elephant. I am not a fan of really the ones up here. Tiger may be the only one I aim for, being a fierce hero faction, but I have enough tigers right now. I'm probably going to shoot for elephant is my main goal. But it depends on what you're aiming for, how much patience you have. You can buy 5 of these for the price of 1 elephant. So it's kind of where you are in your situation. For your dismantle shop, I just say go with what you get. I have mine automatically dismantled, so I don't even realize sometimes what I build up. So I'll go ahead and I'll even redeem one. I just redeem those 60s. I wouldn't worry about the 4s. I'd just redeem the 5s. Personally, that's the best deal. For these, for the Secret Realm, I think this is the first time I'm actually looking at this to where I can actually get anything. I'm probably not going to shoot for the elephant here. I'm probably going to go for these advanced summons cards in terms of deals. It's 10 summons for the price of 1 hero here. I can get 20 summons for one of just choosing a meek 5-star. And then heck, I can get 40 for the price of summoning an elephant. So, like I said, it's kind of what you're aiming for if you really want that elephant and you're willing to save up. I'm probably going to go for these advanced summons. But at the current time, I'm still debating on what I feel like I want to get, so I'll leave that set for now. So that does it for the shops. When you're doing bounties, of course, try to get as high as you can. I'm currently unlocked all the way up to those 7 stars, which are nice. Although oftentimes I can't always make those 7 stars. I don't have many right now, but they're definitely worth it. If you can't, wait the night away before the next reset and finish them off the next day. I'll go ahead and fill these up, and since, let's see, my lowest is 4. Usually if I have too many 4s, I'll just re-roll. There's nothing I want here. If you have gems, I say always go for gems. Otherwise, I'm going to re-roll and try for things better. So I don't have what's required to get those right now. I'll sit back on that, and I'll wait till later. And of course, I'm not going to re-roll now. I'm probably just going to go ahead and go for the rest of these, because I don't want to re-roll those gems. Having 200 gems, that's always nice. Having a 6-star, especially if I can get one of 7 stars. Anytime you can get gems, it's free currency that you normally have to pay for, so it's nice. And if you're a free player too, it's great. The game gives you a lot as well, so always take what you can get. In the pit, it's always worth watching a video to get an extra. Don't see why it gives you an extra free one. Do it. Otherwise, challenge what you can. I've made it through all the way for what they have available right now. And once you get to the end here, it's definitely worth it. When you get those 5-star hero shards, especially when I'm getting almost 300k worth of those droplets to level up my heroes. I can definitely go here and then finally push my heroes up a bit more. Because right now I'm waiting to get there, and then I'm kind of going to be stuck, because all my heroes are going to basically be maxed out. Once I hit here, and I got to focus on leveling them up. Sometimes in the pit, you'll get some decent challenges. Don't worry if you can't challenge one. If you're having an issue getting to a challenge, take your time. Feel free to sweep the one before it and don't feel bad. Just make sure you don't miss out. Feel free to wait till right before reset, because who knows what you'll build in the time of a day. Within your first week, you grow fast. You can grow really fast. So feel free to sit back on some of those challenges and then try to balance them before the next reset. But definitely make sure you get those in. For the Greater Secret Realm, I'll skip trying to go through this. It'll be a while. But usually, if you go to rankings, you can see what's the best. Elephant Knights tops the list pretty much for all of the top. Baboon Ranger is a solid. I'm having issues. Basically, any hero that has a revive, anything that keeps them alive at low health that is built in is incredible. Like, that'll reset every round. So you'll want to stick with something like that. Like I said, even Hippo is a go-to. So any of those that you have are solid. So I even made it. I'm stuck at 6-7 right now, but I made it to 19. Stage 19 out of 20. And I got to the very last guy left. And he took me out. And it's a lot of what you get. You want to build, especially some heals if you don't have built-in heals for whoever you're using. And I usually, if I can, and there's nothing better, I try to build in another revive on top of it, because he stays alive at the end. Even if he does go down, having the built-in revive to save me just in case is nice. And that you definitely want heals, and you want something to build off the damage. You want poison, burn, bleed, some status to help you kill those guys that you need to. Otherwise, you're just going to be stuck in a constant back and forth, especially with the amount of knights this likes to build in. You'll want those extra bleeds, even if the 50% splash is good. I'd say do bleeds over splash. If you can get splash, that's always a solid go-to as well. Personally, in my opinion, that's what I've seen. So, Desert Safari, a good team basically is built up where you have a solid healer, you have a good tank, Baboon Knight who has revive. He's a good go-to. He has a natural shield. He's a solid front line. Second line is another revive just in case. And then I have my Elephant Knight who has better survival rate as well. And in the back line I have my large damage dealer, my cat. I'll have either my deer or my walrus. I go back and forth between them. They're both solid. They complete my team comp with my faction bonus. And if you have the healing dragon, that's your best bet. I'll walk through more of those and where they're useful, because you'll want as much heals as you can get to. So packing some knights is solid for this, because you're going to only be able to use your heroes once. You can revive using Bonfire. I think max is 3. I'm not sure if that's just my VIP level, but I know at least 2. On my free account, my backup one, there is at least 2 I know it's available. But you definitely want to have those heals. Someone healing is important. So I think I skipped the leadership spring. Basically, I pack on any of my regular 5-star heroes. If I have an extra space, I usually do what I need for trial. Right now I'm short on agility, so I usually go for a monkey or another agility based 5-star. I don't think I have any available right now. I recently used one to level up, but I usually go for, per se, a monkey here for that 5-star once I've used up all my other 5-star slots. I'm kind of waiting for more heroes to come in, and then I'll move. He'll eventually get moved out. That's a good thing. If you're not sure, feel free to put in a 4-star. You don't have to worry. Don't ever cancel after that. Pull an app, because you can just summon him or use him as fodder for another hero, and then basically it'll free up that space automatically, so you don't have to worry about that 1-day cooldown. Oh yeah, I guess real quick. So basically what this is, your leadership spring, is you have your 6 main heroes here on the left. And what these 6 main heroes are basically doing is they're your 6 strongest. The lowest of their level, which in this case my elephant, my walrus, is going to be assigned to all your heroes on the right side over here that you assign into this area. So you want to assign as many as you can, and you want to assign your second best heroes to here so you can use them for other things. Lastly, your rankings. Always collect anything you can from the rankings. Any of your rewards is always nice. And sometimes it's always good to see, what the people up top are packing, what they're doing, and stuff like that. Otherwise, it's not much of a big deal. For your Dragon's Lair, always do your regular sweeps. I say whatever dragon you're focusing on, it's worth doing at least 1 extra. I pack that extra 1 in for my Wind Dragon. Currently, I'm not worried about the Sand Dragon. I feel like once he starts to catch up in areas, I'll worry about him a bit more. But if we look at the dragons right now, so first of all, take into account he does burn, but with at 6 stars, he has almost 8,000 health and 900 attack. I'll even round that up for him. While we're looking at 5-star here with 35,000 HP and almost 4,000 attack. Like, it's night and day difference, less stars. Eventually, your dragons down the line are going to catch up. My Sand Dragon's currently only 2 stars. He has not caught up to my Healing Dragon. And just those heals I find are just incredible. I'm probably going to keep leveling him up and keep him for at least those trial runs. And so I just constantly level them up as I can and go forward with everything from there. And I think that runs through a basic. I mean, I clean out everything you can from your backpack on a daily basis. Check your shards, always see what you get. I always do these on a regular basis, you know, it never hurts. Collect all your mail at reset. All your basic ideas. I can come to my purchases if you purchased. I always do my free. I may get the 99-cent one again, but I doubt it. This early on, I think I've got what I needed from the Rhino event. These are always nice. Always try and get as many of these as you can when they have these hero events here. They're free rewards. It never hurts. Personally, unless you're sort of maxed on heroes and you need the extra one, I wouldn't worry about these 10-time summons. They're 300 extra than the other ones that you get in the tavern. Not only that, but in my opinion, they also don't build up to give you a guaranteed 5-star like the others will. Although they do build up to other rewards. It depends on what you are and what you have, what you're looking for. Of course, you always do the daily. I'm not gonna walk y'all through that. It was a natural reaction for me to click on that video, but always watch the video for your daily, for your summon. And I mean, these special packs, honestly, in my opinion, they aren't worth it. In my opinion, don't go for those. They'll even convince you with the free pick your own hero. I'd say, unless you like really are packing money and you just are feeling good, you won the lottery, don't worry about those. Always collect your rewards. I'm going to wait to do that later so I can collect double. And, I mean, always can do your best in events. I mean, the free rewards, a lot of times they'll have shops and stuff. Always check in, watch to get your times 2. It's good rewards. My advanced check-in's good. I did not do the Supreme. Personally, it was $50 extra. It's not something I'm willing to drop yet, but it looks like it's a solid deal. Honestly, that's 3 5-star heroes on the 3rd day. 10 times faction summon here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 total. Another 3 5-star heroes here, and then a choose your own faction. Honestly, it looks really good. If you had the money, I'd drop it personally right now. I've hit my max and my budget. I'm not going to be putting that into, but I may look at it in the future. Looks like it's a good deal. Always do your dailies. Dailies are heavily important. They give you rewards. I mean, here you have free cards, especially in your weekly. You get a free advance and a free faction summon, which is fantastic, plus 400 gems. So always try to do your weeklies and your dailies. Feel free to drag them out a week. I get impatient. I try to do them as quick as I can. Go ahead and make sure you get all those. Check all your campaign rewards. Like I said, the game likes to reward you for moving forward. So free to play is an option in this game. It will take you a lot longer to catch up to the people that pay a lot of money. Even me who pays, as you could see when I looked at ranks, there are a lot of people that are way above me, that are double if not triple my current battle rating, my current power, my heroes, so it's a whole nother thing. Yeah, battle rating is what they call it here. And honestly, like I said, the 7-star equipment, that's 11k just for the hammer, 14k for the helmet. 50k for the boots. If you can get with the faction bonuses there, it's just incredible. Having that kind of gear for your heroes is just always good to buy in store, and that's why you should save up for those, because that kind of bonus rather than just 4k, not that great. So definitely say save up. I'll in another video, I'll try to go through specific heroes. I'll probably separate it based on factions, and I'll go through each faction's hero and sort of give my opinions. Like I said, I'm mostly Meek and Agile. As you can see from my current top lineup, I use mostly those Meek and Agile heroes as well as the Elephant for that extra bonus that goes because he's basically a wild card for a faction bonus. And that's currently my lineup that I use. But it's going to depend on you and what you're interested in, what you're going for. There's a lot of variety of team comps that work. Honestly, I've seen mine used in varieties across different people, and I've seen a lot of other team comps that have worked great against my team, and a lot of others that haven't. And it's kind of what you're building for. But don't worry too much about exactly what you're going for at the current time being. You really want to try and build towards a faction, figure that out at least, and really try and sort of build around what playstyle you like to go for. Do you want tanky? If so, you'll want damage over time, because I mean, Sheep is great for that. If you want to build straight tank, he does automatic bleed at the start of each round, so he's solid for a good tanky lineup. So if you want to take knights and tanks front row and like knights back row, that is a plausible team composition to have. I'll go through that in another guide, but for now I'll leave that off here and just leave that to the beginning. I guess anything else to go over? I think I've gone over most of it by now. It seems I need to refresh before it allow me to go through and close out this menu over here. But until then, you want to always try and go through campaign. The farther you are in campaign, the more rewards you'll get. Every 12 hours, it'll cap, so make sure you collect at least every 12 hours and get what you can. And always do your free. In my opinion, it's good to do the 50. I wouldn't go much farther than that, unless, like I said, you're overflowing with gems or you have the money to put in for those. Other than that, I think that covers the basics of the game. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to post them in the comments if you want me to go over any specific thing in a video, if you want me to go over specific characters rather than just going over the factions, I can do that as well. Currently, I just want to create this due to the lack of content on the game, because I know a lot of people in chats are constantly asking questions, so I'm helping answer those along with the others that have been in the game for a while. So feel free to ask questions and I'll go over my opinion on things. Like I said, there are a lot of play styles for best heroes. Honestly, in my opinion, there's no right and wrong. I'll give you at some point my opinion on what the best heroes are and what the best team compositions can be for the game. But I have yet to touch a lot of the other team compositions. If there are other videos out by the time you're looking at this, I highly encourage you to look at what other people are doing. Because sometimes the game, especially for free-to-play, may not give you the heroes I have. So you want to look up other possible team compositions and other ways to play the game, as well as just try it yourself. The key to campaigns sometimes, especially if you're stuck, is just to try different team compositions. Switch around the different classes you have for each hero and try different things. Because each one, especially those with like a warrior, they pack different bonuses. So you'll want to check and see what my passives are, what are my actives for each one, how are they going to benefit me with anything else that I have in my current lineup. See what you're lacking. If you're dying too quick, maybe have a better tank, a knight that can keep you alive with heals. There are a lot of great healers. So always play around, mess around with your team comps. Don't get too lazy or you will find this game to be a lot more difficult for you. You'll have to try a lot of things and there's no direct answers to what's the best and what to use over others. It depends on what you're going for and what you're against. Well, for now, that'll be it for me. This is Kairofu. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped and it wasn't too much of me rambling about things, and I hope you got something beneficial out of this video. Like I said, please comment below. Let me know what you'd like to hear more from me, what you'd like to see. If you have any questions, I'd like to answer those for you as well. And hopefully by the time some of y'all are viewing this, a lot of info is out on Reddit and other sites as well. Currently, there's just such a lack of information. I wanted to give y'all something to see. Well, thank you all for watching again, and I hope to catch you later. Goodbye.